I made a video a long time ago on a channel far gone talking about the dating sim Dream Daddy, that dating simulator. And later on, I made a video on my favorite dating sims at the time. At the end of said video, I made a call out for lesbian dating sims.
I have played a lot of dating sims, but I can surely play some more. If you can give me some lesbian dating sims, that would be very neat.
Maybe like Sophia, poor 20-year-old Sophia who thought she was bisexual for the longest time. I am here to share with you some sapphic games. Some are dating sims, some are not. I think all of them are actually. But they would all in fact fall under the category of lesbian games you crave so much. Even though didn't you date a boy like a bit after you made that video? In Love on the Peacock Express, a short MILF dating game, you play as a private investigator whose major interests are solving mysteries and kissing hot other women. And now you're in a train with as many mysteries to solve as other women to kiss. There are 6 endings and I believe 2 secret ones. I have got all 3 good endings in my playthroughs and a good secret one. I believe there's only one good secret ending. It makes sense. There would be a bad one and a good one. All the game's proceeds were donated to Planned Parenthood and a Puerto Rican relief organization. I say were because on the game page it says that as of January 2024, the donations have been closed and the sum was being added up. This was such a good and cozy game. I adored every single character and they are so pretty. In my first playthrough, I helped Cassandra, who at first didn't really like me at all, and I was just an annoying little girl annoying her, but being the brilliant PI that I am, I was able to get her to talk. That is after signing an NDA. I got her to tell me she's afraid of being kicked out of her company by one of her employees, and while she has grabbed some papers helping her, she doesn't know which of the board members could possibly want her out. And that her reason for traveling is to visit her daughter, whom she loves very much and is having a piano recital at the end of the week. Wealthy silver foxes are just like us, y'all. Then it was time for Iris. She's gorgeous. I don't know their heights, but she does seem very tall. Also very inviting. And maybe it's because she's a celebrity, but she was way more okay with my present at first than Cassandra was. Quickly guessed she's a singer who happens to be divorced, recently divorced, and with a shot in the dark, and not because it's a game about MILFs at all, I found out she has children. Her mystery to be solved is who's blackmailing this gorgeous, sweet woman and what for. Also, she had a pineapple-shaped clutch that makes me think she's into swing dancing without the dancing. Then finally there was Vic. A pleasure to meet. While getting to know her, it seems Vic has turned the tables and is the one to question me. But saying all that, Vic runs a motorcycle business and has a daughter who just turned 18. But is that all? She did just leave the cabin. Could she be lying to a stranger? She's back, but it's been a while. Did she get lost on a train? She also seems to be spacing out. And then there was the conductor. On a 4th playthrough, after falling in love with the passengers, I was wondering if I could get to know the conductor a little better. But that might have appeared because I got all the other endings and because I charmed her pants off. And by that, I mean I got all the answers right. Also, in our little notebook, there was a space left. Space left for a secret ending, am I right, girlies? Silly pops? I have had this game on my radar for quite a while now. There even is a Butterfly Soup 2, which I have downloaded but haven't yet started playing. From the creator of Palm Gets Wi-Fi comes a visual novel about gay Asian girls playing baseball and falling in love. A lot of memes and cringe teen content. I say cringe, but I was also a cringy teenage girl. That's why I can say that. I used to have a file on my computer with over 700 pictures of Chris Colfer called my husband. He's a gay man, and I'm a lesbian. But I can't say I wasn't excited when I saw his post with Darren Chris calling him his ex. Once a glick, always a glick, my dudes. Anyway, in Butterfly Soup, you start the game by playing as Dia. She's shy, loves baseball, can and will punch boys. She starts by telling a story about a princess called Minso.
Once upon a time, there lived a princess called Minso. She liked weapons. Everyone was terrified of her. She'd threaten you with knives and steal your breaker things. She always got sent to the principal's office because she was bad. Still, she was a lovely princess. And tragically, she was cursed to prick her finger on a spindle and die. Sure enough, one day, like a total idiot, she touched one. And she fell into a deep, death-like slumber.
Or at least she was supposed to. However, she made a gun out of rocks and killed the dragon that was trapping her.
Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Dia. She was really quiet. It wasn't that she had nothing to say, it was more like she was afraid if she opened her mouth, something would come out that shouldn't. She once held onto an apple core for 45 minutes because she didn't want people to see her walk across the classroom to the trash can. It was that kind of quiet. She was also insanely athletic. There were rumors that under her shirt she had a six-pack. Tragically, despite how buff she was, this princess was also cursed to touch a spindle and die. One day, like a total idiot, she touched one. And she fell into a deep, death-like slumber. Nothing could break the spell but her true love's kiss.
Minso is the hero, not Jung-seo. Minso is the hero. Jung can be the gun that shoots another gun, that shoots a knife, that kills the bulletproof dragon that has a gun. Oh, and Dia also has a gun. Come on, it's America. Everybody has a gun. Everything seems fine and dandy until Min tells Dia that she and her family are moving to Florida. But one day she'll be back. About 6 years later, they are in ninth grade, and once Dia finally gets enough courage to join the school's non-official girls' baseball team, she sees Min for the first time in years. And she realizes she might be a lesbian? A lesbian? They're lesbians, her. Noelle is Dia's actual best friend, who doesn't have a crush on her, and met her before Min. She's number one in her class, she's got strict parents who don't really care if she's happy. She can be happy once she's rich, married to a man, and got all the possible degrees she can possibly get from one or maybe many or maybe all Ivy League schools. She's not into baseball, she's got noodle arms, and she can't open a water bottle to save her life. She joins the team because she wants to spend time with her friends, and I guess she'll spend time with me, and so if that makes Dia happy. Akarsha is the newest friend in Dia's life. She is smart, she doesn't really care about baseball, she just wants attention and to make people laugh because if she's telling jokes, she isn't busy thinking about how ugly and unlovable she is. She's very smart, otaku, second in class, but she doesn't really seem smart at all. She actually sounds very dumb sometimes, but she uses science to flirt with anything that moves and talks. She is very loud and annoying, but she's our very loud and annoying friends. Minso, she is violent, she's short, her hands are too small to play softball, and she loves baseball. And Dia, she'll punch anyone who gets in Dia's way and her way to Dia's. She hates Noelle because she was best friends with Dia. She has knives and cut her own hair when she was in third grade because she hated being considered a soft little girl who can't do anything to save her life. When she's back from Florida and gets kicked out of her new school, she's back to Dia's life. I was going to throw the ball in the camera, but I'm afraid of breaking things, so... Eh. I'm wearing this because my sister says I look like a rabbit whenever I'm wearing it, so it seems fitting. Wolf Street is a game I think I found out about when I made my original video asking for lesbian games. And it's been one of my favorite games ever since. The game is now close to completion, but when I first started playing it, it was coming out in chapters, but as different game files, aka different games on itch.io. Now they are all the same game, and your choices will have consequences. I hope once it's over it'll be out for mobile because my laptop's kind of shit and sometimes even light little games such as these don't want to work. You start the game in Chapter 1, Lonely Wolf treats, as treats a lonely wolf passing through Frosting, a friendly town for rabbits. When one of said rabbits starts crying wolf. Once you leave the town, you find yourself a vacant cabin near a hot spring. 2 months pass by and you can now call that little cabin not vacant. At least until you remove the sign. Since you are not a wild animal, you buy your cup noodles in the Frosting Market. I've heard they have great deals on Tuesdays. But the town still isn't very welcoming of you and really just wants you gone or dead for that matter. Once you go back home after eating your, I'm guessing chicken flavored cup noodles? Maybe a spicy one? A rabbit invades your house screaming for help. She's being chased by a fox. You agree to chase away the fox and get the rabbit, Mochi, safely back home. As payment for scaring the fox away, Mochi wants to do something, and by looking in your fridge, she knows just the thing. Some curry. You know what they say about courting a wolf? Starve the stomach. Maybe this could be the start of a beautiful relationship. After buying rice at the frosting market, they realize they don't have any meat. Well, any meat for the curry, as Street isn't about to eat poor little Mochi, oh my god. So Mochi herself suggests they, even though she just ran away from one, buy chicken from the foxes. With the meat bought and the fox jealous of Treat's friendship, clearly, bunnies are friends, not food. The girls head home, but not before being stopped by Mochi's cousin, Manju, calling both of them all kinds of names, but worst of all, calling her own cousin selfish for helping out a wolf. Tree defends her bunny friend. Her friend who's a girl bunny, her bunny girlfriend, her friend. Girls have a heart-to-heart over some curry, and Treat says she doesn't like it when people say she's nice for a wolf, cause that's just mean and wolf-phobic, and haven't you watched Zootopia? And with that, Mochi decides that everyone should be given a chance, and even foxes deserve curry. And that's chapter 1. The chapters aren't long at all, and again, it's all just so cute. I'm not gonna spoil the whole game, but just get ready for some cute and gay stuff, and maybe some troubles, and other animal folk, and maybe some cameos from Nom Nom Nami's other games. These have been 3 sapphic games you need to play right now. I definitely want to make another video on these. Totally not as an excuse to play more lesbian games. No way, not me. I'm not gay. But also now I want to make a video on Nom Nom Nami games, and maybe on dating sims I used to play when I was younger. Accesses anyone? Maybe I should just post my own video. I'm not doing that. I could even talk about Butterfly Soup 2 in the second installment of, I guess, this series. I'm Sophia. I'm a lesbian. If you are not homophobic, like this video. If you like sapphic games, like this video. Tell me in the comments below other sapphic games to play, and if you knew any of the games I mentioned, subscribe, because one subscription, believe it or not, equals one lesbian who gets her wings. Bye.
Type of game that is really cool, and I was like, oh sure, I'm not a gamer, but sure, you have to know a gamer. And then she showed me this page called Practices. It was on DeviantArt, and now it's an actual full website, which is really nice. They were all dating sims, and they are like autonomy based,